Imagine a world shaped not just by heroes and visionaries, but by men whose names still send chills down spines generations later. Leaders who wielded absolute power, not to uplift, but to crush, exterminate, to starve entire populations in the name of ideology, greed, or madness. These are not mere tyrants. They are the architects of some of humanity's darkest chapters. Today, we walk through the stories of the most reviled figures in recorded history, the ones consistently ranked at the top of lists of evil, hatred, and destruction. We begin with the name that almost universally claims the #1 spot, Adolf Hitler of Nazi Germany. No other leader in modern times evokes such pure global revulsion. Hitler didn't just start World War II, he orchestrated the Holocaust, the systematic genocide of 6 million Jews, along with millions of Romani people, disabled individuals, political dissidents, and others deemed undesirable. His ideology of racial supremacy turned Europe into a graveyard. Tens of millions died in the fires of his ambition. To this day, his name is synonymous with evil itself. Swastikas are banned in many countries. His image is a warning etched into collective memory. Yet numbers alone tell a chilling story. When we measure by sheer scale of death, some argue Mao Zedong surpasses even Hitler. Chairman of the People's Republic of China from 1949 until his death in 1976, Mao's policies caused unimaginable suffering. The Great Leap Forward, his frantic push to industrialize overnight, triggered the deadliest famine in human history. Estimates range from 30 to 55 million deaths from starvation alone between 1958 and 1962. Then came the Cultural Revolution, a decade of chaos where Red Guards hunted intellectuals, destroyed cultural heritage, neighbor against neighbor, total deaths under Mao. Scholars place the figure anywhere from 40 to 80 million. In raw body count, he may be the deadliest leader ever. And yet, in China today, his portrait still looms over Tiananmen Square. Complicated legacy of revolution, mixed with catastrophe. Next, Joseph Stalin, the man of steel who ruled the Soviet Union with an iron fist from the mid-1920s until 1953. Stalin transformed a nation through terror. The Great Purge saw hundreds of thousands executed or sent to the Gulag labor camps, where millions perished from cold, starvation, and brutality. His forced collectivization of agriculture engineered the Holodomor famine in Ukraine. Millions starved while grain was seized and exported. Estimates of deaths under Stalin range from 10 to 20 million, perhaps more. He ruled through paranoia, showed trials and secret police. To many, he embodies totalitarian cruelty, a leader who devoured his own people to stay in power. No, consider Pol Pot, whose brief but horrifying rule makes him one of the most disproportionately brutal figures. As leader of the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia from 1975 to 1979, he sought a radical, agrarian utopia. Cities were emptied overnight, people forced into rural labor camps. Anyone with glasses, education, or foreign ties was suspect, marked for execution. The infamous killing fields claimed 1.5 to 2 million lives, roughly a quarter of Cambodia's population, in just 4 years. Starvation, torture, and mass graves defined his regime. Pol Pot turned a nation into a charnel house, all in pursuit of year zero. We cannot ignore the colonial horrors. King Leopold II of Belgium never set foot in the Congo Free State he personally owned from 1885 to 1908. Yet his exploitation there ranks among history's greatest atrocities. Rubber quotas were enforced with unimaginable cruelty, villages burned, hands chopped off as punishment for failing to meet targets, forced labor that killed through disease, mutilation and exhaustion. Estimates of deaths in the Congo under Leopold range from 1 to 15 million. Some scholars say up to half the population vanished. He treated an entire region as his private profit machine, staining Belgium's history forever. Other names echo through the ages. Genghis Khan, conqueror, whose Mongol hordes killed perhaps 40 million in the 13th century, depopulating entire regions. Brutal, yes, but some view him as a unifier who built the largest contiguous empire ever. Idi Amin of Uganda, the self-proclaimed King of Scotland, whose regime tortured and killed hundreds of thousands in the 1970s. Saddam Hussein, chemical attacks on Kurds and invasions left deep scars. Benito Mussolini, the fascist who allied with Hitler and brought misery to Italy and Africa. These men, and they are overwhelmingly men, share traits: absolute control, dehumanization of enemies, willingness to sacrifice millions for ideology or ego. Their hatred stems not just from death tolls, but from the deliberate, calculated cruelty, gas chambers, killing fields, engineered famines, purges that turn societies against themselves. Why do we remember them with such loathing? Because they remind us how fragile civilization is, how charisma, propaganda, fear, and unchecked power can unleash hell. Studying them isn't morbid fascination, it is a warning. Never again is the warning cry after the Holocaust. Yet echoes of their methods appear in modern conflicts and authoritarian rises. As we close, reflect, history judges not by intentions alone, but by consequences. These leaders left legacies of pain that still shape borders, memories, and fears. Today, may their stories serve as cautionary tales so that the shadows of power never darken the world again. Hit subscribe button, like this video, and turn on notifications for more videos like this.